Some kind of what? Yeah, there was a moldy coffee pot. And there was also like the chicken dip spoon. Had a bunch of cakey shit on it too. Yeah, I did a lot of dishes this morning. Candy Thunder has this thing with like food. Yeah, I'm live. Food like in the sink. Like if she has to stick her hand in the disposal to retrieve something, like she will vomit. She will vomit. QOD today, ladies and gentlemen, peeps, love them or hate them. Personally, loathe. I don't like marshmallows, so peeps, of course, are a no-no for me. But, what about you all? Do you love them? Do you hate them? Peeps. We had a post in the VIP group on Facebook with pickle-flavored peeps. Like, why? What cotton candy flavor? I just can't do marshmallow. And there's nothing but marshmallow. It's like marshmallow rolled in sugar crystals, and that's it. If I could just have like the sugar crystal coating, sure. But then you pretty much have like, you know, a pixie stick or fun dip or something. Christian Museum Girl, I'll eat them if I'm hungry, but I'd rather not. I don't know if it was like that was the last food on earth, I would just perish. Just perish. Chocolate covered marshmallows? I just can't do it with the peeps. At least you're in an anti-social mode? Nah. The most overstimulating place ever? Oh, in Vegas. I get it. If you're overstimulated, this show may not be the place. But then you wouldn't see cute stuff like this. What are you chewing on there? Okay, don't show me. Are those your cheese pizza flavored Cheetos? Why are you looking away? Look, the camera's right there. Tell everybody hi. Hello. Say hello.
Hello.
Say happy Easter.
Easter. Happy Easter, Mommy.
She had like a Easter scavenger hunt at school today. Yep. She got her bunnies on her dress. She's been coloring quite a bit, so she's got some marker and stuff on there, but yes, of course. Oh, Cake the Rogue says she made you a present, Navy.
What?
Fastest way to get Navy's attention. What? What now? What?
Are you excited? Cake the Rogue?
She?
She made me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cake Road.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna sit you down, all right? You can come back up in a little bit and say hi, okay? She's Easter mode Navy. Used to love them, now they're too sweet. Radiant Decay? Yeah. Whoa, careful. You stay away from cups, Candy Thunder. Careful, that was way too close. Wonder Woman, it's your birthday tomorrow. Happy gosh heck and almost birthday to you. Holy crap. Who else has a birthday going on right now? We got oh wait, Purple Crazy Cat, it's your 30th birthday today. Happy gosh heck and birthday to you. Paula Angle dropping the $2 on the YouTube side. It says, hate peeps, love marshmallows, peeps are too sweet. That's interesting. So somebody who doesn't even, or who actually likes marshmallows, is like, yeah, nah, on peeps. That's really interesting because the marshmallow thing's the only thing keeping me away from it. However, things that are too sweet in general, like crumble cookie, can't do it. Too sweet. It's too much going on there. It's too much. Tiff24 member for 20 months in that gosh heckin' Thunder fam over there. The Thunder crew. That's a long time. Holy crap. Happy birthday to y'all. Let's hold up. We got it. Let's go ahead and do this right now. If you are celebrating a birthday today, tomorrow, yesterday, this week at all, happy gosh heckin' birthday to you. Doodles Dragon says, what is peeps? Okay. If you're not from the, okay. Where do they not have peeps? In your country, do they have peeps? They are marshmallows that are shaped like ducks or rabbits or other things, and they are basically rolled in different colored sugar crystal coating. But it is just it's a marshmallow. Oh, okay. So yeah, here they look like this. Yep. That's like, those are boxes. They typically come in boxes of like 6 or so, or 10, apparently 10. I'm not a fan. Bay Fox, member for 10 months, says, give me all the Peeps. You get to have them all. Do you like Peeps, Navy? Have you ever had a Peep?
Yeah, she had I got her a marshmallow sucker.
A marshmallow sucker.
So it's just a giant marshmallow.
Yeah. She gobbled it up.
I took a bite.
Marshmallow
Sorry.
sucker. Watermelon Peeps, Dizzy Blue Eyes? Whoa, I don't know. I don't know about all. I mean, I love watermelon flavor. I love pretty much any kind of fruit flavor. But I just can't do the marshmallows. Just can't do it. Keep the Peeps. You'll take the Jordan almonds. Brittany, I am with you. Sorry, Auntie M. I am on stream right now. I will have to message her back. Tipsy Thunder tried to call me earlier. I didn't see it till later, and I messaged her back and was like, hey, sorry I missed you. And she said, I had some news to share with you, but now you'll never know. I was like, I can call you in a few. And she said, I'm with the kids now. I'll message you later. And I was like, well, okay. So she just tried to call. So rude, she says. Listen, sis. On a stream. Elise says, kind of related, but if you use brownie fiber 1 bars with roasted marshmallow for s'mores, it's amazing. Elise, Kid and Thunder knows all about those brownie flavored fiber 1 bars. All about them. Chelsea Stevens, member for 18 months in the Gosh Heck and Thunder crew, says, hate them, can't stand marshmallows. Eek. Cadbury eggs? Dr. Pepper flavored ones? What? Doodles Dragon. Okay, so they don't have them there. That's why, yeah, that's probably one of those things where like it's all the chemicals that we use here that they just don't allow in the other parts of the world. It's probably everything that makes up a Peep. Everything. I'm gonna message Tipsy Thunder back real quick. On stream. She's so rude, she said. If Tipsy Thunder shows up, maybe she can share her news with us on stream here. It probably won't be the kind of thing she can share on stream. So we'll see. I have no idea. No idea what it is. Micheline wants 1 Peep once a year. That's it. Too sweet. That's a lot. What's up, Yoko? Amazing Grace, you're in Cali. Jen says addicted to Peeps. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Bailey Chapman's in the house dropping some lightning bolts there. We do have a goal of 4K to get Candy Thunder up here. She is in the house today. Vicky Alice just became a 20-month sub in the Gosh Heck and TikTok side. Hell yeah. Skittles dropping the Harmony. MX Manners, SOS Aunt Sue, Yoga with Felicity, Janine Benham, Carm, Candy Koala, Purple Crazy Cat, Natalie in Kansas Kitty. Nancy B just became a 20-month sub over there in the Gosh Heck and Fam on the TikTok side as well. Fane, that Alaska girl, Krista Museum girl, Dana Wise, that Alaska girl again dropping 420 of those lightning bolts. How applicable. Candy CLKB, RR La La Land, Krista Museum girl, SOS, that Alaska girl, A Flower. You guys are amazing balls. Thanks so much, Bailey Chapman, getting ready to hit 3 hundo. Guttery, passing 2 hundo on the balls. Heck yeah. Emily Ray, Quinzaya Zama Gubain. Callie Knight, hell yeah. Thank you guys so much for the love. Appreciate that. We're going for 4K bolts for Candy Thunder. We have a likes goal of 300K today and a shares goal of 15 hundo. It's the granulated sugar you can't stand, plus the fake marshmallow, Yoko. Yeah, is it like just Milo or I don't know. Doodle says they looked extremely colorful. Marshmallow candies here are mostly very pastel if they have color. Yeah, I mean, they have the pastel themed ones for Easter, but they also have generally like almost a neon kind of color to them. Eswanda, hey! Magic drop in the house there too. Saying tippy taps in the love, let TikTok know we love it here. Thank you so much for the reminder, appreciate that. That Alaska girl dropping a 420. Bailey Chapman with the 375. Gunnery dropped the 211 and is spooling up again with more. You guys are awesome. The dyes are toxic. Maybe that's why I don't like Peeps. There's Peeps for every season. Yeah, I assume there are like Christmas Peeps and Halloween Peeps and that kind of stuff, but makes me want to like scratch my tongue. All right, you guys ready to get started here? Let's rock and frickin' roll. General discussion today is about Peeps. Love them or hate them, because we're coming up on Easter here. It is this coming Sunday. Heck yeah. Coming up, we have stories about applying for jobs that might end a relationship, messy godparent situations, wedding guest list drama, ultimatums between best friends, expensive birthday dinners, rude family dinner guests, and we also have multiple spicy stories. Three spicy stories to unlock today, ladies and gentlemen. Would you look at that? The first one of them can be unlocked on the YouTube side. We have a goal of 10 supers that are $5 and up to unlock a spicy story and confetti. TikTok side, once we get past this first goal to get Candy Thunder out here, the next one that we're going to do will unlock Tony Spark and a spicy story. So that'll be 2 of them. And then we'll unlock another spicy story on the TikTok side after that one. 3 spicy stories to unlock here, y'all. Would you look at that? Would you look at it? The week's share goal is 1,500 shares. It is more important now than ever to share content. We greatly rely on it, not just the stream, the videos you watch on the daily. We greatly rely on those shares to get it out in front of new people. Algorithm has a love-hate relationship with us. Mostly hate lately, although it has shown some like bursts of hope, but still greatly rely on your help to help get the content in front of new people and allow us to keep doing what we're doing, really. So make sure you are tippity-tapping the screen to make sure that you're liking the stream over on the TikTok side. I think you can only do it once on the YouTube side, but we do have a likes goal of 300K, which we're already moving forward on. Let me enlarge this screen so I can actually see what's going on here. We're already at 3%, already 11K likes out of the 300K goal. Look at you all go. Make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube side to stay up to date on all the latest content. Everything ends up there. Only a small percentage ends up on the TikTok side. Subscribing on the YouTube side is free. However, we do have a paid membership over there as well with exclusive content you won't see anywhere else. I recorded 2 VIP exclusive stories for the YouTube side yesterday. And one of them, in the title was something like, "Am I overreacting? My hubby poops his pants and says it's no big deal."
I wrote it.
Easy. Still pending on the Imperfect Storms podcast. I think we're planning on tomorrow night to actually film that. We'll see if that actually happens. Time is not on our side here lately. Reminder today, keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody, of course, is entitled to their own opinion, and we want you to share that in a respectful way. But generally, don't start none, won't be none. And don't spoil stories that you already know the ending to. That'll get your butt muted, if not booted. So, no spoilers, please. One last thing before we get started here. I mentioned it Sunday. We are starting the process of spooling up our own TikTok live agency. So, if you are someone that goes live on TikTok and you're not supported by you're not supported or represented by an agency right now, you will be able to join up with ours if you meet the requirements, and we'll find out more about what those requirements are here soon. We just filed our paperwork today, so hopefully we'll start hearing back soon and getting the ball rolling on things. But if you're somebody who enjoys going live or wants to go live, we can help guide you along that journey and give you support along the way here. Very excited about that. I have some really cool ideas for it, but things are going to come together. And if you're one of the people that joins up in the very beginning, you'll get to help shape the kind of support program that we build for live creators. So, hell yeah. With that, get out your gosh heckin' brooms. Let's get started here. Snorts, you've been in an agency for years, haven't gone live in almost a year. You haven't gone live in almost a year? What are you doing? Huh? What do you do? Also, be aware if you don't like actively renew with that agency, I think it does fall off at some point. So you may think you're with one and not actually be with one. Noni, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is international. I don't know that. I'm not 100% certain on that, but I'm pretty sure it's international, and we can bring anybody in for anybody. Elise, YouTube newbies, to save your thumb, your heart in the bottom right-hand corner is just to show reactions to Dusty and not more likes. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Snorts, is it a dating agency? No. It's definitely not. We're not ready to build out something like that yet. And even if we did, I don't know that... I don't know that we here are qualified to help try to tackle like dating in 2025. From the sounds of it, from the Reddit stories we read, it is an all-out shit show. Still got the sludgy crud in my face. All right, let's rock and roll and get our first story started here, shall we? Quick update as we head into this first story. We are at... Well, it won't even show me. We're approaching 2K out of the 4K bolts to get Candy Thunder up here to get us started. All right, first story, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with a story for you. Title of this one is, Am I the Astronaut for telling my boyfriend the job he applied for might end our relationship? We'll do a poll based on title alone. You mind launching a poll for me? 1 minute. Am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend the job he applied for might end our relationship? I'm going to go NTA on this. I think... Obviously, that's a conversation you would want to have before the job application goes in, but he hasn't accepted a job. He hasn't gotten the job yet, so it's still early enough on in this conversation, and I think open communication is vital for a relationship, and to be able to say, hey, I'm throwing a flag here because this is something that could cause us major problems. You're not waiting for it to become a problem. You're saying this might end our relationship. I'm going NTA. Going NTA. 20 seconds left on the poll, TikTok side. Tanya Waters says, NTA, I grew up in the military and I refused to date another person that was in the military. I now have a lineman husband. A lineman husband is not military, but they get deployed like military, right? I mean, they get deployed out to natural disaster areas and end up having to stay in those areas weeks, months at a time. As Plunder, yeah, still going to say NTA because yay communication. That's where I'm at. A gentle NTA. Ms. HH, there you go. 65% went NTA. Let's dive in and find out. One last time, the title. Am I the astronaut for telling my boyfriend the job he applied for might end our relationship? I, 27 female, have been in a relationship with my boyfriend, 28 male, for 3 years. The past few months have been pretty rough. He's working full-time as an engineer while trying to establish his own business. He works till 5 and then usually spends the rest of the evening working on his business. I only really see him when he comes to bed around 11. His weekends are usually spent working on his car or his business. Now he's suddenly unhappy at his job and started applying to new jobs. One of them would involve him being away from home up to 2 weeks a month. He just applied without really talking to me first, which kind of hurt me. Okay. Even though he knows our relationship is already suffering from the lack of time together, he's applying for jobs that will take away even more time that we could spend together. How long have they been together? 3 years. Ugh. 3 years is a long enough relationship to talk to your partner before making drastic steps like that yet. But he just applied. He hasn't accepted a job. He hasn't gotten the job yet. It's okay. But still applying is like intent. We've had many talks about this situation and I told him how I'm feeling. And he seems to understand and tells me he doesn't want this relationship to end, but he really wants to try to set up his own business because that has been his dream for a really long time. And I want to support him because of course I love him and I want him to be happy. But when he came home the other day, all excited about getting the job offered, I was really sad. Now it's different. I asked him how he's expecting to work, set up his own business, and keep our relationship going. He told me it's all going to work out fine. I just have to be patient. Being our own boss takes time and so on. I told him that I'm not happy with our relationship right now, that I need my boyfriend to spend time with me. Intimacy is basically non-existent because I'm sad and angry all the time. I'm really frustrated and told him that I don't think our relationship will survive his new job. Sorry, I still got the flimmies. He'll be gone 2 weeks every month. When he gets back, he will want to catch up on his business stuff. There will be no time for any kind of relationship, and I'm honestly tired of not being his first priority. I don't want to break up with him because we've had a really good relationship so far. But I told him that I don't want to be his girlfriend if he doesn't spend any time with me, and that our relationship might be over if he takes this job. He told me I'm being cruel. This job is a one-time chance. They don't hire often, and the job he's applied for suits his skill set perfectly. He would be earning more money working part-time for this company than he does earn now while working full-time. That's a consideration. He needs the money to set up his own business. He also told me that this isn't going to be a long-term thing. Once his business is set up and running, he'll have way more time to spend with me. I think it's a fallacy a lot of soon-to-be business owners or people that are wanting to start up their own business have in mind. Like, yeah, once I get this business started, I'll have all kinds of... No, you won't. Running your own business means that in the beginning, you're the only employee. And even when you start getting a team involved, all the things that they don't or can't do are your job still. So you're not going to have a lot of time as a business owner. You're not going to have more time. I guarantee that. I told him that I do understand, but that I want him to know how I feel and that a relationship can't work if the couple isn't spending any time together. Now he tells me that I don't believe in him, don't want him to succeed, and want to take a huge life chance away from him. I'm not sure if I'm the asshole here, and I would really like your opinion. Am I the astronaut? Okay. Let's talk about this for a moment. We're at 2041 or 4K to get Candy Thunder up here. Ladies and gents, just a heads up. I feel like your inputs are going to be important here. So I'm going to talk for a minute. But then regardless, I'm bringing your butt up here. Bringing your overall butt up here. It is happening. Okay. I can honestly see both sides of this. Yes, he's playing the long game here. And in ignoring short-term pain in order to play the long game. The problem is you can't do that and expect there to not be pain. He's ignoring that pain and pretending like it doesn't exist. You have to at least acknowledge that short-term pain that you are accepting for the long-term gain here, right? And the long-term gain is not a guarantee. Starting your own business, being your own boss is not a guarantee of success. It is not a guarantee of having more time. It is not a guarantee of anything. If anything, you are accepting all the risk when you choose to be your own boss. And I'm not trying to persuade you against it. No, it's all like feast or famine, right? Pain and reward. They're all yours at the end of the day. Because you'll, as you grow, have a team that you're paying to be there, but the risk is still on you. The pain ultimately is still going to be on you. And the time that has to be spent for that business to do the things it needs to do are still going to be on you. Now, his problem is that he's only doing this visionary thing and causing short-term pain that he's not acknowledging, right? And that's where OP is. OP is in this short-term, like I'm focusing on what's happening right now, and right now I am unhappy. If this continues, I know that we won't work because I'll be more unhappy. Agreed. And he needs to spend some time acknowledging this, validating your feelings, and trying to find a way to work around that short-term pain. That's got to happen, right? The other side of this is...
Sorry, I'm stretching.
Oh.
My arm.
Did your arm made a noise?
No,
Oh.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. It's involuntary.
I thought I was getting a questioning
No, it
over
was
there.
My shoulder. It was my shoulder.
Peanut gallery.
Sorry.
The other side of this is that you, OP, could take this as an opportunity, maybe you already have, to be like, hey, your dream, this thing that you want to build, let me be a part of it. Why don't we make this an us thing? Why don't we build this together? And then that way, this business that you're building doesn't have to be a sacrifice of our time. It's something that we can do together. Being in business with your spouse isn't for everyone. It works for us. It doesn't work for everybody. But there's an opportunity there, and maybe it's just so far out of her wheelhouse that she's like, there's just nothing I could do to help out with that. But I do think that there's an opportunity there to be like, hey, not only do I support you, I support us. And if he's willing to make you a part of that, and this is kind of on him too, where he doesn't ask you to become a part of this as well, right? And maybe there's a selfish desire there to have it be just a him thing and not a you thing. Maybe that exists. I don't know. Tater? Wait. I have something for you. and for y'all. Ready? I hope it works. Tater thoughts.
It put the little heart thing on the top of the head.
Tater thoughts. No, I actually have a little picture of you on
No,
there.
I know, but the heart little gift thing was on top of.
Oh, it showed up right on.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That is perfect. We got tater thoughts, ladies and gents. Finally got a button.
I'll make this super quick. I don't think they're compatible. They could be, like you said, there is a middle ground. But I think she wants more of an emotional connection. And like you said, he's career driven. And I think there's probably people out there that are better suited for the relationship that she wants, because as she writes it right now, she doesn't get quality time with him until 11 o'clock at night. And all weekend he's working on his car. So he values that independent, focus on your career type relationship. And she wants more of an emotional connection. And so for me, the way that she's describing her current relationship, I don't think she's happy. And this is like the tipping point for her, where he's went out and made this decision on his own to take a different job and be gone for longer periods of time, which is going to further sever that emotional
But less
connection.
overall time. He'll be away for longer periods of time, but less overall time.
Yeah. As someone who, and I think our ability to be husband and wife and business together works for us, because my degree is in marketing. And so I was already working in marketing. And so I didn't have to deviate.
I had already bird dog you.
I didn't have to deviate from my career path in order to make this a possibility. And I'm not sure what OP's career path is, but to go into business together with his business would be something that she would be giving up for the relationship. And at this point, I don't see him giving stuff up for the relationship. And I'm going off the information that's provided here, that she says he works on his cars all weekend. He's, working on his business till 11 p.m. at night, which is great. Like, he's a very driven person, and he wants results. He wants to see success. And that's amazing. But that doesn't take away from the fact that OP wants an emotional connection in her relationship that she's not getting. And I think at some point, and it's already, this may be the point, but it's like those two things are going to come to a head, and it's not going to work out. So if this was me, I probably wouldn't continue in this relationship, because I don't think that they're compatible. I think they want different things out of life, and that's okay. That doesn't make either one of them an asshole, in my opinion.
Just an incompatibility is an incompatibility. It doesn't mean either person's an asshole or wrong, or they just have different goals.
Yes.
Let me back up for a second.
Right.
Because there was a time in our lives when I was working till 2 a.m. every night, where I was a workaholic, and it was out of perceived necessity for me. And those were things that I had to get done. I needed to get done. But at a certain point, there's a realization that even the things that he's working on to his side hustle, right? Even his side hustle that he's trying to build up, that's a choice, just like any other hobby. Okay, that's an elective. That is not something that he has to do. Yes, he is investing that time for the future, but right now, the way that he's doing it, he's investing that time for his future, and only his future.
Right.
Because he's neglecting the relationship in the process. And for us, there was a point where we got to a point where we had a conversation about it, and it wasn't just working every night. It was working every night, and then I'm like, oh man, I feel like I'm working this whole time. I need to do some me time things somehow in here too, and I would game. But in this instance, I think his side hustle time, his working on his cars thing, is like the equivalent to my gaming thing. If you're choosing yourself too much, it is detrimental. He's choosing himself all the time and choosing her never. And that is a huge signal to her. And unless this is her basically having the conversation with him that you had with me, where it's like, hey, this is harming me. And that gave me an opportunity to change things.
Right.
I don't think he's seeing this as an opportunity to fix things.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. And I think, we did come to that crossroads where we had to make a decision. And I think both of us changed. I decided, changed things about myself and not for him. I did that for me, to grow as a person. And he changed things about the way he works and about the way he connects in the relationship. And I think doing those things side by side, bettering ourselves, bettered our relationship, obviously. But I think we made that choice together to do those things and to be stronger as a couple because that's what we wanted out of life. But I think at the same time, they're not married. They don't have kids. We did have those things and we were married.
That's true.
And I think
it's much more complicated.
Yes. And so I'm saying if she wants an emotional connection and she wants that relationship where she feels secure and loved, and she wants to reciprocate that to another person, this is not the person for her. And so I think he's proven time and time again that that's not what he wants. Yeah. I think incompatibility is the bottom line. And that's okay. That's totally okay. Not every relationship is going to work out. So I think it leads you to, now she knows what she needs and what she wants. Yeah. And he knows what he needs and what he wants. And for sure, at least they could meet in the middle and find a common ground. And that's what we did. And it worked. But you have to be willing to change. And for him to take a job that is more away from her is opposite of what she's talked to him about. And he accepted the job that was offered. So I think that's him turning away. He just accepted it. But maybe not. Maybe he'll figure it out once the relationship is over and maybe he changes his mind.
I'm guessing, though, Tater Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Another edition of Tater Thoughts. I'm guessing by that time it'll be too late, right? It'll be too late, but then he'll know what mistakes not to make the next time. And in his position here, investing almost all of his time in the future like he is, like, I get it. But, like, what do you want out of life? You got to make that decision at some point. Elise dropped the 5 on the YouTube side, said, in my opinion, they need to meet in the middle. He should still take the new job. Sounds like he'll get more time home, but delay starting a business. That might be fair. Like, hit the pause button for 3 months. Let's reset and then get going here. Hey, we did hit the goal on the TikTok side as well. Can I get a list from you, Tater Rooney? We'll get some thanks going on here, and then we'll bounce over to our next story, and I'll read faster. Did I get squirreled again? You know what? We are Thunders. It's going to be windy. It's going to be long-winded. In particular order here for hitting the bulk goal on the TikTok side, we have AK Mary at 1.3K. Holy cow. Thank you so much. We've got Tanya M. Majory. Heck yeah. Bailey Chapman in the number 3 spot. That Gunnery. Victoria Keel. Yes. Adventures with Pam, Lacey Lex, Anna Hartman, Mama Silver, Pretty Shay, Janice C, 2014, Charlotte Arnold, Real Broad Zuba, Stina, Caetanes, Ane, Karma, Christial, Charlotte, Violet Green, Emmy Castro, Candy Thunder, K Crush, United States of America, Christian Museum Girl, Az Plunda, Candy Koala, Luna Rose, Lady Buttons, Aunt Sue, The Spiritual Witch Garden, The Real RP, Carol Jaworski, Susan McMurtry, Tay the Witch, Mela Oso, Natalie and Kansas Kitty, and Jerry Lee Go Forth. Thank you guys so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. Let me get the next one set up. We'll bounce over to the next one. I will start moving faster. Also, Maddie Pace, what's up, brother? I saw you in there. If you guys haven't caught Maddie Pace live on TikTok yet, does a morning show, and it is straight up just 100% positive energy. Like, if you ever need a pick-me-up in the morning, find Maddie Pace on TikTok. He will lift you up. Okay, the next goal that we have on the TikTok side is this in. It's going to unlock Tony Spark and a spicy story. Boop. Tony plus spicy story. And remember, YouTube side, we're at 2 out of 10 to get that first spicy story unlocked over on that side. Hatter dropped a 5, said, I'm so sorry I'm late. Been so busy with packing, almost done with packing. Should be fully moved into the new place next week. Awesome. Moving sucks. Moving is a journey. And I'm glad it sounds like you have a little bit of transition time. It's not like a 2-day adventure blitz, you know what I mean? I'm glad you have some time to do that, but it doesn't make it not suck. I don't care if you are moving across the street or across the country. Moving sucks. Callie, I hadn't seen it yet. Hey, Victoria, dropping the rose there. Miss Helene, Mama Says So. Natalie and Kansas Kitty, Sarah Jane, Tanya. With the Leon the Lion. Thank you so much for that. Steph, Candy, Sarah Jane, Mama Says So, Janice 2014, Ali Fran, Charlotte Arnold, Dana Wise, Tammy Lee, Tanya and Matri. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Tanya Downs, member for 12 months, 1 year on YouTube. Whoop, whoop. 1 year. Isn't that wild? It's just wild. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's dive into our next story here. You have to get Ava Thunder? Yeah. No practice today? No. She had her first varsity cheer practice yesterday. I think it went well. I didn't hear any like major drama when she got home, so I'm assuming it went well. Just missed one, Miss Elaine. Getting ready to start the second one right now. Just missed one because I'm slow. I'm slow. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for sleeping with my ex's brother, getting pregnant, and asking my ex to be the godfather? Rage bait, maybe? Am I the astronaut for sleeping with my ex's brother, getting pregnant, and asking my ex to be the godfather? Let me see if I can start the poll here. Poll has started. 1 minute poll right now. TikTok side, upper left-hand corner should get you there. YouTube side, please vote with a comment. Am I the astronaut for sleeping with my ex's brother, getting pregnant, and asking my ex to be the godfather? I mean, yeah, it sounds like a pretty terrible thing to do. I'm gonna go ask on one on this. It could be. Good. Did you just now catch that title, Tater? You want me to read it again for you? You'll have to listen to it in the car. I mean, sounds like an episode of Maury. Dude, everything. Almost every story we read is like straight out of that. It's like Black Mirror, but for like Maury Povich style stories that happen in the real world. Totally radical. Dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. Says, wish me luck for my 4th attempt of carrot cake cookies. Taste is down, but last batch came out as skinny ass crackers. A carrot cake cracker sounds really good. And you know what? One time in like junior high, we had like a home ec class. We were supposed to make chocolate chip cookies, and I think we forgot the flour. We put something instead of flour in, so they didn't rise at all. We made toffee, and it was lovely. Ask on one took the cake on this one, took the carrot cake on this one with 66% of the vote. It could be, it very well could be a black hole. This could be a black hole. We'll see what it is. Jenny with the ice cream cone, dropping the 2 on the YouTube side. Thank you so much. Are you enjoying an ice cream cone during the stream today? We talked about this. You need to have like a collection in the freezer, just ready. All right, let's dive in. Title one more time was, am I the astronaut for sleeping with my ex's brother, getting pregnant, and asking my ex to be the godfather? I, 24 female, dated Josh, 33 male, for 2 years. We broke up about 6 months ago. Nothing dramatic, but we wanted different things. He was more career-focused. I was more family-focused. Could it be that the first story segued into this one? I begged for attention, affection, and basic intimacy, and he just didn't have the time. We ended things on good terms and remained friends. His younger brother, Liam, 27 male, was the only one who checked in on me, helped me move my stuff into my own flat, got me out and about to take my mind off of things, etc. One night after talking for hours, I broke down. One thing led to another. It wasn't planned at all. It wasn't revenge. I'm on a red flag right here. Not for you, OP. For Liam. Because it's good. Okay. It could have been coming from a pure place, and that would be totally fine. But this also reads like the playbook for chasing rebounds. Doesn't it? To cut a long story short, I'm preggers. It's obviously Liam's, and he's freaking the fuck out. I'm trying to hold it together, and I've decided to keep the baby. Last week, Liam and his mom came around and said that they'd like the baby to be baptized. I said that I'd like Josh to be the godfather, as he was my best friend for over 2 years. He's still important to me, and I can't think of anyone that I'd rather choose to be our baby's godfather. I know that's what you want, but that's a really shitty thing to do to someone else, right? Like, putting myself in your ex's position, I'd be like, the... Liam went absolutely bonkers, saying that it's manipulative, sick, and humiliating. His mom said it was a lovely idea. I think that's a lovely idea. It's just crazy enough to work. Liam and Josh's extended family are calling me a homewrecker, which doesn't make sense as I didn't begin my new relationship until over a month after my last one ended. I'm 3 months pregnant. Am I the astronaut if I ask my ex to be my baby's godfather? I think it'll bring the family together after a rocky few months, but there have been so many mixed and strong-ass opinions. Any kind advice is welcome. Please keep in mind that I'm pregnant and emotionally vulnerable. Thanks, guys. Being pregnant and emotionally vulnerable is probably like a reason to not post on Reddit because people are vicious, right? Like commenters will just, they don't care. They don't care. Victoria, I'm glad you bring this up. How wild is it that we never hear from OP what Josh thinks of this? Surely she's talked to him about it, but it sounds like the way that OP teased this up, we have no reason to believe that they've communicated at all since the breakup. About her being pregnant, about her having a thing with his younger brother. We don't know that they talked at all. So yeah, OP, if you go from not talking at all to asking your ex to be your baby's godfather, which by the way, your baby with his younger brother, yes, that would be an asshole-ish thing to do. Now, if you have talked to Josh and Josh is like, I would love to. We're still friends. I don't judge you for sleeping with my younger brother. In Josh's position, I would have issue with my younger brother, and there'd be a conversation there. But anyway, if she's already talked to him and he's cool with this, cool. We also don't know if she is in a relationship with Liam or if this was a one-night stand. There's a lot of information we don't know that would really play into where the accurate rating here is. So we kind of have to vote a couple of different ways. If you are springing this on Josh and he has no idea that you are pregnant with his brother's baby, and you just up and ask him to be the godfather, I'm actually going to go with Ascon 2 on this. Because you guys ended on good terms, it's not like you left him for his brother. It's not like you cheated on him with his younger brother. It's still something you definitely should not do, though, if you haven't talked to him first. Just talk to him first. Make sure he knows about the situation with his younger brother. Make sure all of that. Now, if you have already done all of that and you want to do it and there are genuine positive motives at play here, Liam still has an issue with it. And he is the father of your child. And I don't feel like this is a thing that you get to decide on your own if you are going to be co-parenting. So I'm still at Ascon 2. Either way, I'm at Ascon 2. You definitely shouldn't do this because Liam, the father, has an issue with it. And if Josh doesn't know about it, you sure as shit shouldn't do it. Krista Museum Girl says, I don't think OP is considering the real purpose of baptism and godparents. That's fair. Okay, that is fair. She's thinking about this in terms of social strategy, right? Diana, sounds a little confusing for the baby when he finds out the truth. Yeah. I'm my own grandpa situation. Something. Hey, Tanya M. Madri dropping the hundo and 18 finger hearts right there. Goober dropping finger hearts there too. Carissa Wyke, 21 month sub on the TikTok side. Hell yeah. Almost 2 years with us. That's wild. Also, that makes me feel old somehow. It's like seeing one of your kids hit a teen milestone, you know? Something, it's similar feeling. Meg Blystone, Goober, Sarah Barracuda. Goober and Barracuda flowed together. Really sorry about that one. Michelle Sarah Barracuda again there. Silver, Charlotte Arnold, Adventures with Pam, Tanya M. Majory dropped the 911 finger hearts. Holy crap. Thank you so much. Adventures with Pam, Boo Boo. Trisha G, Adri, Meg Blystone, Natalie, and Kansas Kitty, Aunt Sue. Mama Says So, Stormborn, Adri again there, Carol Jaworski, Jerry, thank you all so much. Julie Sat, see you there too. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the love. I'm at AskCon 2. I think I see a lot of AskCon 1s here. Brenna says I'm at a 2, maybe 1.5. Brenna says she sounds straight, naive, maybe young. She's okay. The ages again were 24 female for OP. Josh is 33 and Liam's 27. This is a young person thing to do. And while it may seem like a natural choice in her mind right now, I think there's some wisdom gained through experience. And experience basically just means fucking up. Fucking up and finding out, right? So she'll learn. But I don't know about mom in this situation being like, I think it sounds like a lovely idea. So there's a lot of communication that needs to happen there. But if Liam's not on board, that's the bottom line. You can't do it. It's a 2 yes, 1 no kind of situation in my eyes. Doodle says Liam is a bit older too, though, especially acting this way after the breakup. So Liam was the younger brother, who I am suspicious of right now, because like, if my younger brother starts doting on my ex and checking in on her and stuff and taking her out, he's playing the rebound. Nancy, dropping the 5 on the YouTube side, says, I think little brother is a black hole, clearly had a thing for Big Bro's girl and swooped in on her when she was mourning her broken relationship. I think you're right. Don't know that for a fact, but I think you're right. Is Liam in it for the long haul? Maria? Don't know. But he came around with his mom to talk about baptizing the baby, so I don't know if he's in the relationship for the long haul or just co-parenting, right? I don't know. It's a messy situation. Saw my hat. That Alaska girl, that was cool. Thank you so much. Should I just do the stash? Like the long handlebar stash, Tony Spark? No? Okay. I tried to do the handlebar stash a long time ago while I had the beard. And it's a thing. It's tough. Handlebar stashes are tough. You got to get some like actual mustache wax. That shit's strong. And Sue, that Alaska girl, Rosie, Books Coffee Tea dropping the hundo on the finger hearts there. Hey, Tanya Majory with the Lily the Leopard, which was adorable. I hope Candy Thunder got to witness that one. I hope so, Tater. Tater, let me know if you're in chat. No corn stash. That Alaska girl with the hat and mustaches. Also the Team Power. Books, Coffee Tea, Anna Maria Ortiz, LA. Julie Sat, Goober, Tanya and Majory. You guys are awesome. Sarah Jane, see you there too. Thank you so much for the love. I'll bounce over to the next one here. Get a little bit of music while I hydrate. Tater's on the YouTube side. She didn't see it. Oh no. Oh wait, no, you said no to the mustache. Heard. Fine. Hey, we're at 410 on the Supers Goal on the YouTube side. We are at... What are we at? Will it show me? We're at 1630 of 3K on the Finger Hearts goal for the TikTok side. As a reminder, that unlocks Tony Spark and a spicy story. And YouTube goal, yours unlocks a spicy story as well. Let's dive in. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with yet another story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for not inviting my ex-husband to my wedding and getting upset when my daughter said she won't come because of it? Ah, shit. Blended family drama, yes. Am I the astronaut for not inviting my ex-husband to my wedding? Let me get the poll started here. I can do it on this side now. They fixed it, I think. I hope. They did. Am I the astronaut for not inviting my ex-husband to my wedding and getting upset when my daughter said she won't come because of it? No, generally speaking, don't think you're the asshole for not inviting an ex to your wedding. I think your new partner probably appreciates that. Your daughter getting involved and saying she won't come to your wedding if her dad can't come, like, what is she trying to achieve? What is her goal here? I don't understand that motive. She trying to parent trap? Do we got another parent trap situation here? Is this Jessica Day? Jessica damn Day. So I got the short stash right now. I just don't have like the handlebar thing going on. NTA took it by a mile. Okay. However, Bay Fox says, ask on 3, NTA for not inviting the ex, ask on 2 for getting mad at the daughter. Yeah, but the daughter was like protesting, saying she's not going to come to the wedding if OP's ex, her daughter's dad, can't come. I'm like, that's a sticky situation. Let's dive in. I'm 46 and getting married this summer to a man I've been with for 2 years. I was previously married and my ex-husband and I divorced 5 years ago. We are civil, but we are not friends. We only really communicate about our daughter, who is 17. Things have been peaceful between us, but we live separate lives now. When planning this wedding, my fiance and I decided we did not want any exes there. Not because of drama, just because it felt inappropriate. We wanted the day to be about our relationship and our future, surrounded by people who support that. My ex and I had our time. That chapter of my life is closed. I didn't think words are hard. I did not think this decision would be I got this. I didn't think this decision would be controversial. I survived that line, Tony. Somebody get the paddles. Shock me back. My daughter found out her father was not invited and got really upset. She told me that if he couldn't be there, she wouldn't come either. I was shocked. I told her this day isn't about her father, it's about me and the man I'm building a life with. She said she did not want to celebrate something that excluded her dad and that it felt like I was pretending he did not exist. I told her that was not true, that he does not belong at my wedding. I never said she couldn't have a relationship with him, but I do not want him present at one of the most personal moments in my life. She stood her ground and said she would not attend. I got emotional and told her it felt like she was punishing me for the divorce, even though I have tried to be nothing but fair and supportive of her relationship with both of us. My fiance is also hurt. He has always treated her with care and respect, but this has put a huge strain on what should be a happy time. My parents think my daughter is being dramatic and selfish, but part of me wonders if I really am being unreasonable. I love her and want her there more than anything, but I do not feel comfortable changing my boundary to please someone else, even if that someone is my child. Am I the astronaut? Huh. Daughter 17. I am refreshed by OP's position. I'm refreshed by the line, I do not feel comfortable changing my boundary to please someone else, even if that someone is my child. I feel like there's a whole lot of self-awareness going on there. And it's because she understands what could happen if she does change her boundary for her child. I'm sorry, if you change this, what's off limits? What can you count on your ex, her dad, not being there for? Why does she want him there? Does he even want to be there? Shit, talk to him, call him up and be like, hey, this is what's happening here. Is this something that you started with her, or is this just her idea? This isn't something you would even want to go to, right? We're different people now. We have different lives now. Why would you want to be there? What is daughter trying to achieve? She's 17, yeah. I don't know what the daughter's trying to achieve. It would be worth talking to your ex and figuring out where this started and where it came from, and at least letting him know so that he's aware, because no doubt he's going to experience some of the complications of this situation in talking to her, even if she doesn't tell him why. But it would be worth kind of everybody getting on the same page here. I agree with you, OP. Do not change your boundaries for your child, your 17-year-old child. You know, I think we change boundaries all the time for kids when they're little. Like, you don't get to poop alone anymore. I'm sorry. Like, there are some things that you just gotta have to accept. But this, number one, she's 17. She's old enough. Number two, OP, this is about you building a life and a relationship and a new chapter in your life that you don't need to include the old chapters in. Your child, yeah, it would be great. if she chose to be there, but this is her choice. Her choice. So I'm sticking with NTA. Real bro, that's what I was thinking in the beginning. I'm like, is this another Parent Trap thing? She doesn't want her to remarry, and why? It's been 5 years. Maybe her dad is depressed or lonely, and maybe daughter feels this guilt where she can't be happy for one parent when the other isn't happy. Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think once you figure out the whole story, OP, it might be worth asking your daughter if she's willing to talk to a counselor. It's tough to communicate what you don't understand, right? And talking to someone that will help sort it all out for you is a really useful tool in those situations. Are there issues with the fiance and the daughter? Heidi says, not that we know of. I mean, right now, OP's presented it as if she said that the fiance always treated her with love and care, but respect and care, something like that. But it was positive. But this has put a strain on that too. Logan, I applaud OP for holding her position on the issue, but I fear the daughter may use the incident to spitefully exclude OP from her own future wedding. Oof. You're right. That could happen. That's also her choice. I would hope that she gains some wisdom through this and understands, and that especially if dad hasn't been included in the conversation to this point, getting him included and him saying, look, honey, I understand and I appreciate you trying to stand up for me. This is not something you need to defend me in. All right, let's bounce over to our next story here, ladies and gents. We're at 2510 of 3K on the finger hearts right now. We're getting close. We're getting close. Tanya Imadri just dropped another 242 finger hearts there. Karen Shapercutter, Ellie, Jody, Caroline Wright, Stormborn, Talatiana Dracon dropping the roses there. Tanya with another 164. Kyoko Ray, Mystical Fairy Bree, Charlotte Arnold, Elise, Charlotte Arnold again there dropping 115 books, coffee tea. Elise, Cherry Blossom, Tanya with another hundo. Dropping the big numbers today. Dropping those big numbers. A little bit of music while we rehydrate. I think Candy Thunder has pulled back up to the building here. The TLDR for the last one, Ryle, it was basically OP, his mom, who was remarrying, divorced 5 years ago, 17-year-old daughter from that relationship she divorced from, is upset because her dad, OP's ex, isn't invited to OP's wedding and is threatening to boycott. Family meeting, yep, good idea. Good idea, Tree Witch. Good idea. Happy hump day, hockey mom, heck yeah. Okay, let's rock and roll here. Hey there, it is Dusty Thunder with yet another story for you. This one is, am I the Astronaut for giving my best friend an ultimatum about her toxic relationship? Lots of juicy details to discover in this one, I think. Am I the Astronaut for giving my best friend an ultimatum about her toxic relationship? Okay, I'm gonna start a poll. Let's start.
Dusty. She's yelling at some truck out there.
Hey, can you hop up here for a second real quick and chat, Tony Spark?
Hello, people vamping. There's an Ascon 1 driving around outside honking at people. It's not great. Yeah. So. There was an Ascon driving by and honking at Candy Thunder. And then I think Candy Thunder yelled at them. And then they drove back. And now Dusty Thunder is talking to them. So. But it seems calm. How's everybody doing? Probably spicy, everybody. You came home with $348 from Vegas. That's good. Anytime you can leave Vegas with money is a positive experience, because I've been to Vegas twice, and once I came home with money and once I came home without money. And the time I came home with money was much better than the time going without money. So I've not run out of gas lately. I'm doing pretty good. I got close, I felt like, one time. I felt like got really close once, but then, you know. Also have tan lines. Elise, don't even talk to me about a tan. Don't even talk to me about a tan. I need a tan so bad, it's not even funny. I've lost my watch tan line. I have no tan lines left. I don't even know what a tan looks like or feels like. It's very pasty and pale and white. So, yeah, I need a tan. We now return to your regular scheduled programming.
Welcome back. Okay, so NTA took it in the poll here. It looks like it had 79 votes. It had by far the most landslide-ish. Let's rock and roll. Title again was Am I the Astronaut for Giving My Best Friend an Ultimatum About Her Toxic Relationships? So here's the situation. I, 22 female, have been best friends with Kara, 21 female, for over 10 years. We've been through everything together. High school drama, breakups, family stuff. Lately, though, I've been really concerned about her boyfriend, Tom, 24 male. Kara and Tom have been dating for about a year, and at first, I thought he was great. He seemed... Oh, puzzle time. He seemed fun, respectful, and genuinely cared for her. But over the last few months, I've started noticing a lot of red flags. He's possessive, makes passive-aggressive comments about her appearance, and has asked her to cut ties with some of her friends, including me at one point. I tried to talk to Kara about how I feel, but she brushes it off or defends him. Last week, I found out that Tom had gone through her phone when she left it unattended, reading her private messages with me, and confronted her about them. Kara was really upset, but also said she didn't want to cause drama and just wanted peace. At that point, I reached my breaking point and told her that I couldn't keep being friends with her if she continued to let Tom control her life like this. I told her that she had to choose between her toxic relationship or our friendship, because I couldn't stand by and watch her get hurt anymore. She was furious with me. She said I was overstepping and trying to control her decisions, and now she's not talking to me at all. I feel horrible, but at the same time, I can't keep watching her go through this. So, am I the astronaut for giving her an ultimatum? Okay. It's going to take a second for my brain to wrap around it here. At least dropping the 5. Said, Dusty, don't just come back like we don't want the tea. What did the live action Ascon do? I'll let Tater Thunder explain that whenever she comes up here in a little bit. Okay, the question. Am I the astronaut for giving my best friend an ultimatum about her toxic relationship? Okay, I feel like our title's a little bit misleading here, because the ultimatum, while it involved the toxic relationship, was about the friendship. It was about their friendship. And she's basically saying, look, this affects me too. And I'm not going to just stand here and watch you be exploited here. Being very possessive and passive aggressive about her appearance, and he's isolating her. I don't feel like you're an asshole at all for that. I feel like this is the kind of thing where you would expect your best of friends to throw a flag and be like, look, if you're going to allow this to continue, I'm telling you it's here. I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Then I can't be a part of this, because the proximity that OP has with her friend is now causing harm. It's causing pain, because Tom's able to get to her through her. There is pain associated with it. So I would expect the best of friends to throw this flag up. However, there's the other side of it, OP, where I think you have to understand that the people who are in it can't see that they're in it. At a certain point, it requires that clarity to realize it, right? But the people who are in it oftentimes cannot. They don't know they're in it. If the manipulation's really good, they defend it. And that may be what you see here. It's tough, right? But at the end of the day, OP, you are not the asshole for choosing you here. You're not. It is not your job to do that. You could stick this out and be like, hey, I just want to make sure that she's safe. And I want to make sure she has a lifeline. You could do that. But now, like, you were bothered by it already, and now it's getting worse, and it's going to get progressively worse and worse and worse and worse as the long game is played to try to isolate the two of you from each other. It's your choice. Wonder Woman says it has to be her decision to get help. Protect your peace. I would always leave the door open, though. I'd always be like, hey, I can't do this as your close friend. However, like, you call me if you ever need help. If you ever need a place to escape to or a place to crash, you call me. Maybe that's the solution. Maybe it's a blend. What do you think? Ramona, yeah, but sometimes you have to save yourself. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, no one can fault you for choosing you here. The ultimatum just isolates her even more, Rez says. Yeah, I see that. However, if Tom is fully committed to the isolation game, it's going to happen one way or another. At least this way it happens on OP's terms, with the ability to leave that lifeline intact. Not some kind of wild drama that actually separates the two in a way that they hate each other and will never talk again. Serena, I don't think the message was wrong, just the delivery. And to OP's friend, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that. She said that she was overstepping and trying to control her decisions, and she's defending it. Like, she's defending the control and the manipulation, so she just doesn't see that she's in it yet. At some point, she might. Just keep that in mind, OP. And do you want to be there when the dust settles? Whoa! Grandma Volume has returned. All right, hey, we hit the goal on the TikTok side. Let's give some love for that, shall we? Let's do this. Hey, Tanya M. Majory, holy crap, at 9.8K on this goal in the number one spot. Charlotte Arnold hit 1.5K in the number two. Heck yeah, Books Coffee Tea, A.K. Mary, Pretty Shay, G-Ville, Mela Oso, Aunt Sue, T half 90, Elise Kutch, Genesee 2014, Adventures with Pam, Mama Silver, Cherry Blossom, Mama Says So, Valenka, Mama Dam, Sarah Barracuda, Ms. Helene, Mystical Fairy, Ash Girl, Carol Jaworski, Anae, or Anna. We have an Anna and an A. I hope I'm not screwing them up. Real Broad Zuba, Christian Museum Girl, Grammy to 3. Saw it, Tanya. The Lily the Leopard. There it is. Tater, did you get to see it that time?
So cute.
She saw it. Heck yeah. Thank you so much. Grammy to 3, Lady Buttons, Natalie and Kansas Kitty, Dahlia Santa, Stormborn 90, Violet Green, Danielle Pasteca, Jerry Lee Go Forth, Deanna Olwyn, Kanola as Plunda, and Emmy K. Thank you all so much for the love. Appreciate that. You have unlocked Tony Spark and a spicy story. We're going to read a spicy story, y'all. And now we have the opportunity to unlock yet another spicy story. Candy plus spicy story. Leet. Okay, let me get this one set up. It is going to be... Okay, let me find that. Boop. We are going for... 100 paper cranes. Paper crane. Pinned that one. All right. Tony Spark, Mr. Producer of the Wednesday Lives. Question for you.
Huh?
You're up.
Yeah.
Would you like to jump in right now? Or do you want me to read the spicy story and then you jump in? You tell me what you want to do, man.
I'll just jump on here.
You're the boss
I've
here.
already been up there once. I'll just jump in real quick.
Hey, ladies and gents, here he comes. Official intro time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark.
I'm back. Did you guys miss me? We know. Yeah. Oh, Lordy. How's everybody doing? Oh, I would click that, but I don't know how to click that. Oh. Nope. Nope. Oh, look at the confettis. Got the confettis. Long time since I saw you, I know. How's everybody been? How's everybody doing? Is it springtime weather out there where you guys are at? It's not bad here. It's pretty nice earlier. Kind of looks like it got a little cloudy here. I think it's supposed to rain, storm this weekend. But it's been pretty nice. It's Tony's ball. It's cold. Ooh. Ooh. It was gorgeous and super. It was really nice earlier today, and I think, is it cloudy outside? I don't know. I can't tell. It kind of looks like it might be, but guess what, guys? I'm going on my bucket list trip this weekend. It's like been my weird nerdy dream, and I'm going, and I'm going to go see a bunch of museums and monuments and all sorts of stuff. I looked at the weather, and the weather looks really, really nice. It's like I tried to do it on here, but I didn't know how to click it. I know. I was trying to click the. Yeah, I've got it. I'm going to Washington, D.C. I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to all the museums and the monuments and all of that, nerd out on all the history stuff. So I'm pretty excited. Oh my gosh, what am I most excited to see? I don't know. I think I'm just excited to see all the monuments. Like yeah, we're gonna go. We're going to like multiples of the Smithsonian museums and all of that. And I know we're gonna go to all the memorials. We're gonna go to Arlington. We're gonna go to the zoo. Pretty excited about the zoo. The cherry blossoms. Hopefully, the cherry blossoms. I think we're gonna be right there on the edge. I looked of when they like bloom, and it's like right on the edge. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll still be all bloomed out. The zoo's a must. I know. We're all pretty excited about the zoo. The weather looks really, really good. There's a chance of some rain, but like the first day I'm there's like 85, and then the rest of the days is like in the 70s. A couple chances of some rain, but I think overall it's going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be good. I know the cherry blossoms, from what I've heard, are like really, really cool. So I'm hoping, I don't know, right on the edge. I leave Saturday, be there for a week. So, well, Saturday to Friday. Going with a really good buddy of mine and his family, and then they've got some friends that are coming with us, and they have a son that lives there. So we're gonna we got a local who like show us around and take us to the good restaurants and bars. We've already scoped out an Irish bar that we're gonna be hitting up several days, I'm sure. So I'm pretty excited. Yeah. I've been nerdy, like stalking everything and like looking at the street views of everything and like mapping out. Like I'm a big history nerd, so I'm really excited for all of that. So yeah, but you see food trucks everywhere. A lot of like I'm excited. I'm just excited to see everything. I don't know how we're gonna cram it all in a week, but I am abandoning you next Wednesday. I will not be here on Wednesday.
You'll be here in spirit.
I'll be here in spirit.
Tony spirit.
Yeah. I might, check it out, but I'm super excited. Always wanted to go, and it's going to be great. Super fun. Super fun.
Do you have your itinerary all laid out?
Kinda. So my buddy has, he's got a friend who is going too with us, him and his wife, and they have a son that lives there, like lives in DC. So like they've kind of like mapped out a lot of the local things, and so that's gonna be fun. So we kind of have a rough idea. There's some things that we got like, even though they're free, like we got tickets for like in advance. So like there's a couple days, but then it's kind of open. So we all have a list. Like we all made a list of what we wanted to do while we were there, and a lot of our lists are the same. So we're gonna, try to cram in everything in 5 days, 6 days. It's a lot. It's going to be a lot. There's a lot to see, a lot of museums, a lot of things.
A lot of steps to
I
get
want to
in,
see
man.
them all. I want to see all of them.
You gonna rent a bike or a scooter, or you're gonna be walking that whole damn thing?
Yeah, just walk.
You'll wear out a pair of shoes.
I know.
Like, for real.
I just got a new pair of shoes just for this trip.
Oh no! Wait, you haven't broken them in yet?
No, I've been wearing them.
Okay, I was like, you gotta break them in. You can't.
No,
wear
I've been
them the
wearing
first
them,
time
breaking them
walking.
in. It's gonna be great. Videos, I know. I gotta try to remember to take some videos. Maybe,
Heelys. There you go.
maybe I will. The Spy Museum, that's on my list. I'm hoping we're gonna go to the Spy Museum. I've heard it's really, really cool. The Air and Space Museum is the one on the top of my museum list. That was like the first thing I said was Air and Space Museum. I know. And then I just want to see everything. Like I just want to see all the stuff,
All the things.
all the monuments, all the buildings, all the just a week. So we get there. I'll get there like 10 a.m. Saturday morning, and then we leave. I leave like Friday. So
Bring lots of ibuprofen.
yeah, it'll be
Ice packs. That kind of thing.
yeah.
The things. Hey,
No. I'm wearing my shoes now. I got them.
Hold on.
Monday, I'm wearing them all week.
Hold up. We get a perfect opportunity to see Tony's auctioneering skills.
No.
Because look,
Okay, bye guys.
We hit the goal, man.
know.
I tried to talk him into doing an auctioneering segment. Tony's a professional auctioneer. Trying to talk him into doing an auctioneer segment to fundraise for his trip, and he wasn't. He wasn't about it. Hey, Elizabeth with the spring picnic. Thanks so much for that. As Blonda, CT Civil, Tanya Majory went wild again here, hitting the top of the leaderboard at 3168 for the paper cranes. Hey, Tony Spark, can I get a list from you, please? I got our top 12 here, though. Lisi elected the number 2 spot there at 1782. Then we got Overkill Mill, Leatanya, E.T. Johnson, Adventures with Pam, A.K. Mary, Real Broad Zuba, Janice C. 2014, Bailey Chapman, Elise Kutch, and Mama Silver. And then we'll have to wait a moment and see if we have anything past number 12. And I have lost my water. Caden, would you mind seeing if my water cup is on the counter over there somewhere? Yeah. It is. It's right by the sink. We are getting into the spicy story. We're going to read it right after this. Can you just tell me if there's anything past number 12? All right, 12. That worked out perfectly then. I'll get the next one set up. Over on this side. This one would unlock Caden Thunder Astronaut helmet and confetti. Heck yeah. I need to be playing music right now. Sorry about that. You don't want to just listen to the sound of the clicky clickies. Okay. This one. Let me type. Is 2K High Bears. Let me pin that real quick and we'll dive right over to the spicy story. Spicy story time. I lost my water. I did lose my water. Lost my water cup. I didn't break my water. I lost it. Big difference there. Okay. We're ready to dive into this. Ladies and gentlemen, I got one of these for you. It's spicy story time. Get your water. Better be a tall glass, maybe some milk. Just make sure it's ice cold. Title of this story from AITA Relationships is Am I the Astronaut for Uninviting My Sister-in-Law from Dinner When She Is Maybe Sleeping with My Estranged Father? Hold on. I'll start a poll, but hold on. What in the what the? Is sleeping with who the? Poll started. Am I the astronaut for uninviting my sister-in-law from dinner when she is maybe sleeping with my estranged father? I'm going to go with NTA on this, but also what the? So sister-in-law, sister of the person that you married, is sleeping with your father? Not a direct relation, right? I don't know. But yeah, that would be awkward. What if she brings a +1? And it's daddy. What if? 10 seconds left. Strong NTA presence on this one. Some people are off limits. There you go. Esplenda, I mean, if you want to break it down to molecules, no biggie. NTA, ETA, Wild Witch, you may be right. Or her sibling's wife. Oh, could be sibling's wife. Either way. Probably still not cool. NTA took it by a landslide here. Show me some percentages here. Will ya? 85% voted NTA on this. Let's dive in. I, 32 female, hosted a dinner party for my wife's 33 family. Her mom, Libby, and her sister, Emily. I made 3 different appetizers, beef Wellington, and bought a nice bottle of wine, one my wife mentioned her family enjoyed. My sister-in-law was there and mentioned she had been seeing someone who she met at a trivia night, and then my wife changed the subject. I realized after a few minutes had passed that a few months ago, my wife told me her sister ran into my dad, not a good person, at a brewery trivia night, but she had said it was awkward and they didn't interact much. My dad's a piece of shit. I'm funny because of him, you know? Anyway, we don't want this man back in the picture. So I circled back to the topic and asked if she was going to keep seeing this man. She said she doesn't know, but that he's interesting. I asked her straight up if it was my dad, and she started to dance around it until I told her I knew about the trivia night, and my wife gave an apologetic look to her.
Are you busted?
Fast forward to last month, after some positive feedback about the dinner and assuming my sister-in-law got the message about the situation, we offered to host a spring brunch to celebrate the sunshine. I made strawberry muffins, freshly squeezed orange juice for the mimosas, perfectly poached eggs, and homemade jams.
I want to go to one of OP's parties. Can we do that?
Who knew so much talent in the kitchen could come out of a house of horrors? I was feeling proud and excited to eat with my wife and her family, but was not expecting sister-in-law to waltz into the kitchen arm in arm with Gregory, my estranged, abusive father. My wife had just let them in, didn't say anything, no warning. You what the?
We've crossed into a new spicy territory.
I'm sorry, if your spouse allows your abuser into your home without telling you. Houston, we got a problem. I pushed past them and just left, just started driving. I cannot be around that man. I feel bad, but I didn't text my wife for a couple of hours, even though I saw her messages. To be fair, she knew where I was. We share a location, and she would see that I was in my sad place, a park 15 minutes away. She could have shown up, and I would hope she knew I wouldn't feel safe going back. So for our next family dinner, I obviously told sister-in-law not to come and said she could assume that applied to all future events that I will be hosting. Turned out that my mother-in-law lost it when she saw who sister-in-law brought into my home for brunch and has been on my side since. My wife thinks I need to consider long-term, and that sister-in-law says that my dad is a decent human now and is making her very happy. Ooh. Even suggested that we, Gregory and I, talk it out so they can be happy. Your wife suggested this? Shit, OP. Your wife's mom is all you got. Somehow. Which gives me an idea. Talk to her about what your wife is doing and see what she thinks of that.
Let mama handle the biz.
My friends are on my side, obviously, but my wife and her sister are adamant that I am being dramatic. I know my wife would hate this if the tables were turned, and she has cut family off for less. I just said no more dinners. I put a lot of love into these meals, and my father doesn't deserve a single bite. Fuck that man, but not literally, Emily. So Reddit, am I the astronaut for uninviting my sister-in-law from dinner because she may be forming a very weirdly intimate relationship with my absentee dad, and also brought him to brunch like he was a normal +1 and not a human landmine? No! You're not the asshole for uninviting her, OP. I have bigger concerns than your dinner parties for you. No amount of pebbling with dinner parties is going to matter. Because your wife doesn't respect the boundary that you have with your abuser. The one person who should intimately know, understand, and respect that. That's a problem that you have to address, like, now. And I'm serious about talking to Mom because she was appalled at what your sister did. Maybe she'd be appalled about what your wife is doing and set her straight too. Just a thought. Joanne Harrison dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. I had a father like OP's and my husband has cut my father out of my life. My husband is my hero. See the difference, OP? Oh, Shay Shay says your wife condoning it makes it easier for sister-in-law to think it's okay. She's got validation. She's got validation, for sure. Does the wife know all the details? Wonder Woman says. Surely. I mean, look, how many details do you need? OP was willing to tell Reddit his father was his abuser. That's all wife needs to know. To respect the boundary, right? That's it. Barry, no dramatic means to gaslight and invalidate you. Truth. Truth. Yoko, black hole for wife and sister-in-law. I am inclined to agree. Black hole you go. To the black hole. You would just cease to exist. Or live in a loop. We don't really know yet. These people are the worst of the worst. More so your wife. For enabling this and validating it. Like, what? I think you really need to talk to your mother-in-law. And I'm really sad that that's all you have. Speaking of black holes, Caden Thunder. Yes. Tater Thunder and I almost started the USS Carrington Black Mirror episode last night. But then after watching the intro, because it's a sequel episode, after watching the intro, we were like, damn, we got to go back and watch the OG episode because we didn't remember enough. So we just watched that one. Now we can watch the new USS Carrington one. He shows back up as a villain of some kind. He's got to, right? Ah. Ben, you know what? You make a really good point there. We got a green flag mother-in-law. Thank you, mother-in-law, for being the only voice of reason in this story to make OP feel like he's not completely alone. Wow. To make OP feel like she's not completely alone. That is I'm just shocked. I am shook. Favorite Black Mirror episode? I don't know. There's so many, like, they're in like season 7 now, and every single one of these episodes is like its own movie. It's just bonkers, the whole approach. It is truly the oh gosh, what's the show? It's the Twilight Zone of our time. Yes. It definitely is. It's just wild. I'm just so impressed with all they do. 6 out of 10 on the goal for the YouTube side. We are at 353 at 2K right now on the high bears. Tanya Majory dropping some high bears there. Holly Elizabeth, Tiff Talk official, KB, that Alaska girl, Crystal Crest, Miss Helene, Sarah Barracuda. I didn't mess your name up that time. Granny D, Labestist. Granny D again there, Sarah Barracuda again, Howling Wolf as Plunda. Thank you all for the love. Let's dive over to the next story here. I am on a regularly scheduled number 5. Is that correct, Tony? Okay. Keeping me on track today. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another story for you. This one is, am I the Astronaut for being annoyed that my friends charged everyone full price at their birthday party at their own restaurant? This will be an interesting one. I'll read it again. Let me get the poll queued up here. Poll started. Am I the astronaut for being annoyed that my friends charged everyone full price at their birthday party at their own restaurant? Okay, so the friends owned the restaurant, held themselves a birthday party, but charged everybody full price. Ellie the bestest. Ellie the bestest. I'm sorry, Ellie. Words are hard. Display names are even harder. It's like trying to read license plates. You know what I mean? Like, what's that saying? Jane, part of Black Mirror was watched where you live? Or filmed where you live? Well, which episode? We gotta know. That's awesome. Yeah, that's very cool. You go to their restaurant to support them, not for free or discounted things. I agree with this general sentiment, Brittany. Brittany. Yeah, it's like you would go to support them. Now, if they're having their own birthday party at their own restaurant, it's like celebrate me while supporting me. Is there something wrong? I don't know how I feel about this right now. I don't know. They still have to pay the bills. Yeah, well, for not giving them a friends and family discount, I think is the question right now. What if they already have paper thin margins? There are a lot of questions here. I don't know where to go on this right now, so I'm gonna say ESH. Through their birthday party at their own restaurant. Yeah, I mean I don't think that changes anything on their cost side. OP didn't have to eat there. ESH, well, we'll see where it goes here. NTA actually took the poll, and it had, if I hover, I can see the percentage, 51%. So NTA won with 51%. ESH had 21%. All right, let's dive right in. So recently, I-30 female attended a birthday party for a friend. The couple hosting it, let's call them Megan and Dave, own a popular restaurant in town, and they invited about 40 people to celebrate Megan's birthday there. They closed the restaurant for the night just for the event, so it was a private party with only their invited guests. At the beginning of the night, Dave made a birthday toast and said something along the lines of, "Thank you all for being here to celebrate Megan. Order whatever you want." So everybody kind of assumed it was being hosted or at the very least subsidized. Nobody expected a free night necessarily, but the vibe was definitely you're invited to celebrate with us, not this is a group dinner and you're footing your own bill. Well, fast forward to the end of the night, servers started bringing around individual checks. Turns out everyone was charged full price, food, drinks, everything. Most couples ended up paying around $350 for the night, some more, some less. People were really thrown off. The way it was presented made it seem like we were guests at a party, not customers at a business. Megan and Dave are not hurting financially. They just built a brand new home, drive luxury cars, and take vacations. From what we can tell, they profited around $5,000 from the night off of their closest friends. Since then, a lot of us have been keeping our distance. It just felt super icky, like we were tricked into attending what was actually a cash grab dinner disguised as a party. Now, Megan is confused why people are being distant, and I'm starting to wonder, am I the astronaut for being annoyed and not really wanting to hang out with them anymore? Okay. They'd have to know their margins to be able to estimate their profits. I don't know that they can do that. Unless they're just using like industry averages. Fine. Them pitching it with the whole order whatever you want. Tony Spark, quick temperature check. If somebody says order whatever you want, what does that say to you?
I mean, you would assume that they're taking care of it.
You would assume that they're taking care of it.
You know what they say about it.
Assuming, I know what they say about assuming, but
I mean, that's more of, I feel like that's more of an implication than an assumption. That feels like an implied statement.
Caden Thunder says it feels more like an implication than an assumption.
They're telling you, hey, order whatever you want.
I agree with you. I think if somebody has gathered us for a party and has not explicitly said to that point anything about pricing and then says, thank you so much for being here, order anything you want. That to me is like, oh, cool. This free. Now that is an assumption. Didn't explicitly state. I still feel like it's on the hosts to not explain. I feel like as a host of a function, it is on you to educate your attendees about what is going on and how the night is going to go. You are leading that pack. If the night fails, it's on your shoulders. You are the guide. If there's confusion, it's your fault. You're the captain of that ship. Need I say more? And profited off of them? Yes, Esplenda. We don't know how much. We don't know what their margins are. And to say they profited around $5,000, I don't know. Depends on how many people were there. Did we hear anything about that? They're saying $350 per couple. They invited about 40 people. Okay, so 20 couples. Let's do the math, baby. 20 couples, $350 a pop. I should be able to do this in my head, huh? Is $7,000 total gross. That's 7K gross. What is the typical margin on restaurants? Tip included. Okay, yeah. Let's say tips included. I'll leave it in. I'll leave it in. Tony Sparks, you still around here? Oh, he has escaped. He has run away. 40 to 60%, 10 to 50% margin. 40 to 60. Okay, let's say 50. Let's say a 50% margin here. So then we've got what, 35 hundo. So that's margin for food costs, or is that overall margin? 30% is what they like to make on food. Okay. Well, even if we're estimating high at 50%, it's a $3,500 food cost out of that 7K. We've got $3,500 left for all other overhead, which includes shutting the whole restaurant down for the night. We do have to keep that in mind too, right? However, I think they didn't profit as much as you think they profited, OP, but they did mislead you. I think they're the astronauts for misleading you and for not communicating well when they were hosting this thing. And I feel like as the host, the onus is on them to educate. So, yeah, it does. But also, whenever couples were thrown off here at the end, nobody marched up and asked for an explanation. Nobody marched up and said, hey, when you said this, it made us think this. In that moment, he might have been like, oh shit, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, take those back. Or that could have been an argument that took place afterwards between hubby and wife. You never know. There could have been a lot of things go sideways there, but nobody communicated. None of the couples marched up and asked for an explanation. They didn't educate to come back here. So it's like everybody was afraid to communicate and just being passive aggressive about everything. And now they're just avoiding them. Does everyone suck here? The question was, am I the astronaut for being annoyed that my friends charged everyone full price at their birthday party at their own restaurant? Okay. For that specific question, NTA. NTA, you are not the astronaut for being annoyed about that. I would be annoyed about that too. If the question was, am I the astronaut for avoiding my friend because of this, that might be different. Or am I the astronaut for blaming them? It's complicated. NTA, but ESH really, yeah. NTA for that specific question, probably an ESH overall. Put on your grown-up pants and talk. Tony Sparks says, I think the owners become the assholes because of the statement, order whatever you want. Yeah. They are the assholes for that. They screwed that up. And also for not communicating at all, not clarifying. They are the bigger assholes here for sure. But instead of trying to communicate about it and just avoiding somebody and not giving them the explanation, just ghosting them, basically. I don't feel like that's the mature thing to do there, too. Okay. That was story number 5. Let me get some music going on here while we segue. We're at 573 at 2K on our high bears right now. Tanya Majory dropping the 89. Dylan Sprague. Tanya dropping 30 and 11 there as well. Clips to hundo on that round. Lauren, Crystal Williams, Yvette B01, Mandy, Lauren, Jenny Lee, Cass, Ellie the bestest. Got it that time. Pet Family, Cass, Ellie the bestest again there. CT Civil, Rope Broad, Zuba, Tanya made 3, dropping high bears and high bears and high bears and high bears. Tiff Dog, Holly Elizabeth, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the love. Let's dive into the next one. Do they have to buy Megan gifts as well? Triona said. We didn't hear anything about that. That might change things. Yoko says, that's absolutely ask on one. How dare you invite friends to a party that you are hosting and charge them full price? Shame and dishonor on that business. The lack of communication, for real. Yes, shame, yes, dishonor. However, I feel like the friend's not even trying to talk about it and making a lot of assumptions on their end. Like, it could have just been a miscommunication between the two people. It could be that simple. One person said, order whatever you want. The other one said, deliver the checks. Sticky situations. It'd be uncomfortable for sure, and nobody wants to talk about that. But legitimately, the becoming comfortable in uncomfortable conversations will have a large sway on your happiness in life. I know that for sure. Becoming uncomfortable, becoming comfortable in uncomfortable conversations. Yes, please become uncomfortable in comfortable situations. We really want to make you just socially awkward all the time. That's what we're good at. All right, diving into story 6, correct? Tony. Joanne Harrison with a clap and sale for 250 jewels on the YouTube side. Thanks so much for the love. Appreciate that. Hey there, it is Dusty Thunder with another story for you. This one is Am I the Astronaut for How I Behaved at a Family Dinner. Let's do we don't, can't do a poll for this. We got no context at all. Am I the astronaut for how I behaved at a family dinner? I'll just dive right in. My cousin and his wife hosted a large annual family dinner, around 60 people, at their house. He seems pretty pissed at me and wasn't that friendly to me or my family. Am I the astronaut, or should he be more gracious? Details. I missed the RSVP deadline. He emailed me 2 more times, the last one with a hard deadline for when he had to order the food. When I finally told him that I was coming about a day after that final deadline and bringing my daughter, her husband, and their 4 kids, so 7 of us total, he told me that he had already given the final number to the caterer. After checking with the caterer, he was able to increase the order to make room for us. But since it was past the deadline, the caterer charged extra. My cousin asked me to cover the extra cost. Actually, for the past 15 years, everyone in the family has agreed to split the cost of the annual dinner. I forgot to send a check for my share last year, but it was a different host. I told him I would send a check to cover the cost, but I haven't gotten around to it. In my defense, he hasn't chased me for the check. That's not how you use in my defense. When the night of the dinner came, I was there on time, but my daughter and her family, the ones I RSVP'd for, showed up 2 hours late, coming in with their 4 kids in the middle of dinner. My cousin didn't say anything, but he seemed annoyed. Later, I tried to go up to the 2nd floor of his house. My cousin had put a couple of chairs to block the stairs, but I didn't think it was a big deal to go around the chairs. When I started to go into my cousin's bedroom, he got really annoyed with me and yelled out to me in front of everybody, "Please don't go in there." Finally, he got visibly angry when he caught me vaping at the dinner table inside his house. I don't really know what the big deal is. I vaped at the family dinner last year. It was held in a restaurant last year and no one stopped me. I was discreet, hiding the vape in my hand, and I don't see why vaping at the table was such a big deal to him. At the end of the night, my cousin and his wife didn't even say goodbye to me, my daughter, or her children. I'm pretty sure they're pissed at me. I assume for the things above. But I don't know if what I did was really that bad. What do you think? Am I the astronaut, or is he unreasonable? I don't really think it's that bad. You know what I mean? Like, is it?
They're just mad they didn't have mango flavored pods like me.
Is it really bad? Is it really that bad? Is there anything wrong with any of that? Okay, let's roll through it again, just to wrap our own brains around it. You want to give some thoughts on this? Tony Spark has some funny thoughts. I'm just trying to wrap my brain around everything that happened here. Okay, so last year, forgot to pay their share. This year, ignored reminders about deadlines, came in with an RSVP after deadline, caused some pain because they had to reach out to the caterer and arrange more, and it was going to cost more, and there's a risk of you not covering it because you didn't last year, right? And then you can't control your daughter and her family showing up 2 hours late, right? I understand you can't control that, but they have a right to be annoyed by that. it feels like layers of disrespect. And then your vape thing here. Oh yeah, trying to ignore the clear boundaries that they had set up in their home, trying to deter people from going into specific areas. It feels like layers of disrespect. Like, I don't give a fuck about your boundaries. That's what it feels like to me. I want to hear what Tony Spark thinks. Let's bring him on up, ladies and gents. Tony Spark. Get it.
So when I read this story and I read the comments on it, and I've seen a couple people say, is it a troll? Is it right? It could be. I don't know. But tell me that you do not picture Cousin Eddie in this situation. Like Cousin Eddie, or what was the uncle's name in Home Alone? Caden? Frank? Is it Frank? The same way. Like, this guy is just rolling in, and I think that even if the story may not be real, don't act like we don't all know the guy that, like, is like, oh, man, I forgot to send the check. Oh, dang it. Oh, man, I was going to send a check for that, and I just forgot to do it. So, yeah, I'll get you though next year. That's not going to happen again. I got it. Don't worry about it. And then the next year comes around, and it's like, I don't know why he's mad. It's like, I forgot to send the check, but like, it is what it is. Like, bro, like, and then like, I mean, who just wanders around people's house and is just like, I'm going to go upstairs. Like, what were you doing upstairs? Why were you going upstairs? Like, what were you trying to accomplish up there? Also, is this Graceland and you're not allowed to go upstairs? Like, it's Elvis's room. I don't know what that's all about either. But like, honestly, like, I think we all know this guy that does it. Like the guy who RSVP's late and then is like, oh, I'm bringing up Frank Gallagher. That's another good one. Yeah. Like, just, yeah, he wasn't just upstairs. He was in the master bedroom. You RSVP'd late. You brought 7 people. Joyce says that's wild behavior. That is wild behavior. Like, you don't just like it's one thing to RSVP late. Listen, I've been that guy. I've RSVP'd late for a time or two in my life, but I'm not like, hey, sorry, I forgot to send an RSVP. By the way, is it okay if I bring 10 to 15 of my closest friends with me that you may not know? It's fine. It's totally good. Like, yeah.
Party crash?
It was wild. I don't know if you heard me comparing him to Cousin Eddie. Also Frank and Home Alone as far as the moocher, and Cousin Eddie just is the no boundary guy. Like, it's like a combination of the two. Yeah. It's like Cousin Eddie never meant anything bad or rude. He's a
sweetheart,
right? He's a mooch, but not in the same way that Frank's a mooch, right? Like Cousin Eddie's a mooch, but like he means well.
Yeah.
Frank is just a mooch.
He's an asshole.
Mooch. Yeah. That guy's so. But it's like a combination of those two people. But what a wild like thing to do. If this is real. OP, what are you doing? What are we doing here? But every cousin, every family does have a Cousin Eddie story, I feel like, or somewhat of a Cousin Eddie moment in a story. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a little confused of what he was doing upstairs, or why he needed to go to the bedroom upstairs.
Same. Like,
was every other bathroom full and he just needed to go take a shit and he was going to go check out upstairs and be like, I'm going to go check out up there. All these chairs are here.
I think maybe they were trying to find a safe place to vape.
That could be it too, but then why would you go to their bedroom? Why not just take a step outside?
I don't know.
Why not just take a step outside and be like, oh, I'm going to step outside for a second. I'm going to get some fresh air. I'm going to do this. Like, what do you just...
What's the matter? I'm just going to rub your pillow on my bare crotch again.
I mean, I am picturing this guy showing up in his, white turtleneck with the black dicky underneath it, like old Cousin Eddie, and with the showing up, or in his blue leisure suit, like his deal, and showing up. He's like, oh, we're here. Hey, you got room for these 7 people I brought with me? Come on in, kids. You go make yourselves at home.
I want the blue leisure suit, Cousin Eddie. I will dress up as him for Halloween this year if I could find one.
They have them. They have them. They have the blue suit you can buy.
It's got to be nice like he is.
They're expensive.
Oh, I bet.
Is that we found them at Walmart because I was looking for them for a Christmas party this year. Anyway. Yeah, and then I was like, I don't know what the whole point of the upstairs.
It sounds like you have one.
I don't have one. No, we did get Pooh the robe, the Cousin Eddie robe, and the hat. So he did do that one year. But yeah, this dude's just
Dale Gribble.
Yeah. This dude, he's a problem every time. Yeah, because he's like, I forgot to send the check last year. And then like I was gonna send it this year and then I forgot. I don't know why I'd be mad about it. Like, bro. Yeah. You're an idiot.
We'll figure it out eventually.
But the question is which one is he? Is he more like Frank or is he more like Cousin Eddie? Is he the well-meaning mooch
unknown.
or is he the asshole mooch? That's the defining factor in this. Because if you're a Frank, then you're 100% the asshole.
Yeah.
Like you're ASCON 1 if you're a Frank. But if you're, Cousin Eddie, you're in the like 2, 3, like, hey, he doesn't know any better. Maybe they don't have anything. Maybe this is their nice thing to do.
I don't know. I feel like having chairs set up as a barrier on the, like seeing somebody go around those has got to be like one of those what the hell moments, because what OP got up to the chairs and was like, what are these doing here? I'll just walk around and that's fine. Like that is you don't need to get more clear than that when you're talking about what OP is doing to boundaries. Yeah. It's just bypass them.
Cat says that he didn't chase him for the check last year. Oh, he didn't chase me.
In my defense,
I didn't know. He didn't say like
I didn't get a lawyer letter. Like, so I don't know.
I'm thinking he's leaning towards the Frank end of the mooch. Like it's all intentional. I feel. I mean, his daughter and the kid, all that. Maybe they don't even know about the rest of the situation, right? So I feel like you can't necessarily say that. He might just be like, "Oh, come on, we're going to dinner," and he may think they got it all taken care of, and then they show up there and they're not really welcome there, and it's weird.
It's possible.
Again, then that's a Cousin Eddie thing. Y'all show up, and then you're like, "Oh Lord, what are all these people?
Oh Lord,
what are all these people?"
It is, Who knows? But
those are my thoughts.
But yes, OP, you were where did you put OP on the scale?
Well, I think I'm leaning more towards he's a Frank.
Okay. We don't have a Frank level, so
right. Well, see, if he was going to be a Cousin Eddie, I would think a 2 to 3. But when you're Frank, which I think he is, I'm going to go with the 1.
Okay.
Because you blatantly just disrespected. You disrespected to them at every turn. You RSVP'd late.
Not accidentally.
Yeah, no, you RSVP'd late. You added a whole bunch of people who weren't invited in the RSVP late. You didn't pay for your dinner last year. You didn't pay again this year. You showed up. Then your guest all showed up late. And then you just, these things are here. I'm going to go wander around the house. You vaped in the house. You did all this shit. And then you're like, I don't know why they're mad at me. Yeah, you're an asshole.
I think I'm the black sheep of my family. Like on my side. I think I'm the black sheep. I was certainly the black sheep when we were young, when we were teens. Yeah. Not like young. No, I was not the black sheep then, but I think by the time we were teens and after like early 20s, late teens, I was definitely the black sheep of the family. So I think you retain that status. I feel like OP's kind of right there with me. And you know what? There are times in life where like what you get accustomed to isn't what other people are accustomed to, and they take offense to it.
Yeah, so you wouldn't do this to someone.
I wouldn't, but it almost feels like a little bit of a culture clash too, right? So
there's the Cousin Eddie.
Yeah. There could be a wholesome.
I'm just really clinging to this. What is it? Metaphor? Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
What are analogy, comparison, whatever you want to call it, of the Cousin Eddie and Frank.
A phallology.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Well,
and then smoking somebody's house vape or not, it's rude.
Right. If they don't want you to do it, and if you do vape, I would say most people who do vape, I don't, so I don't know, but would ask somebody before they just started doing it in their house, right? If you were a guest in someone's home, you would be like, hey, is it cool if I would think you would do that, but I don't know. Hell, I don't know. Yeah,
somebody said I think Helen said they'd stop inviting him. That's true. Why would you keep inviting this guy? Because it says he missed the RSVP deadline and he emailed 2 more times. So why are you going to the effort to invite him? Because then you're afraid he's just going to show up anyway.
Family, and it'll be a problem if we don't invite him. Like other people will be like, "Oh, you can't do that. He's family." You know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. All right, let's bounce over to the next one here. We got time. We got 6 minutes till 5 o'clock. We're gonna run this thing. We're gonna do it. And that was 6. So wait. Yeah, go ahead and do. We're gonna go ahead and do a spicy story. Am I reading too fast? Is that what's happening here? What's happening? Okay, so right now the goal that we're going after on the TikTok side is for a spicy story unlocked. So we do have that one coming, and then YouTube side, we're at 6 out of 10. That was to unlock a spicy story too. So I have 2 spicy stories queued up there. They're both good? Number three? Oh, okay. It's like, okay. Spicy number three. We're going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got another one of these for you. It's spicy story time. Margarita, thank you so much for the $2 super there. Nancy also dropping the 5 over there. Black Sheep Unite. Anyone surprised we created a family here? Not at all. Are the majority of people who are here right now in chat the black sheep of their family? All right, title of this one is, Am I the Astronaut for Walking Out of My Own Birthday Party Dinner After My Fiance's Little Surprise? Am I the astronaut for walking out of my own birthday dinner after my fiance's little surprise? I'll go ahead and do a poll, but I have a strong feeling this is going to be a resounding NTA from the masses. Starting here. Julie dropping the $2 super over there on the YouTube side. Thank you for the love. Appreciate that. Jamie, you're the white sheep of the you're a white sheep in the family of the black sheep. So for a family of black sheep, or you're the black sheep of the family. You're the different one. Crystal Museum Girl Family Hero. The Gray Goat, Angelique. The green sheep. Depends on the surprise. Ellie the bestest. And the Shelly through. Mama says so. Charlie Diego. Books, Coffee, Tea. Sarah Jane. Thank you for the love. Appreciate that. Fellow black sheep. Sarah Barracuda. There we go. All right. 20 seconds left on the poll. We are strongly leaning into yay here. Joanne Harrison, dropping the 5 on the YouTube side. I see you. I hear you. The song of my people. You can be the black sheep, be the black fainting goat. The speckled sheep, Aquarius owl. The legend of the family, Kitty Cat Queen. I mean, damn. 90% voted NTA here. Let's find out what's going on here. So last night was my 28th birthday. My fiance Brian planned this surprise dinner at a really nice restaurant with my friends and some of my family. I'm not huge on big attention, but I thought, okay, maybe he's doing something thoughtful for once. Dinner's going fine, food's good, I'm chilling. And then right before dessert, Brian stands up and starts doing this whole speech about how proud he is of me and how he got me a gift that will change my life. Then he says he paid off my student loans. I'll take that gift. At first, I was in shock. I actually teared up. Everybody clapped. My mom was crying. I was about to stand up and hug him. And then he adds that he only paid off half of it, and that the other half is on me because he wants me to learn to be financially responsible and not rely on other people to fix my problems. Like, what? Hold on. I don't think that's how you present gifts. That's a public shaming session. It went from a gift to a public shaming session. It's like he was like, hey, I just spent a bunch of money on you, and you know what else I got you? Shame. Shame. That's not how you show somebody you love them at all. He basically turned my birthday into a public lecture. People were laughing like it was some kind of cute life lesson. My cousin was like, damn, that's tough love. I just sat there frozen. Then I stood up, took my purse, and walked right out. He came running after me like, what's wrong? He was trying to be helpful, and he didn't mean to upset me. I told him he embarrassed me and used debt to make a point in front of everyone, and that I wasn't in the mood to be someone's teachable moment. Now, a few people are saying that I overreacted and he meant well. If you want to help, just help. Don't use it to humiliate me in front of 20 people. Am I the astronaut? Nope. I think we nailed this one, chat. I think your 90% confidence in NTA held true here. Not the astronaut here. You're right. Even the way that he presented this. Wait, he said that he paid off your student loans. But also, I don't think you can pay half of something and say that you paid anything off. Paying something off is like paying all of it. It's closed. It's done. He paid toward your student loans. Paid half of it, which is a great number. But saying this, I paid off your student loans, letting dramatic pause, let the crowd cheer. let mother-in-law cry, or soon to be mother-in-law, whatever. Let mom cry, and then be like, but wait,
There's more.
there's more, and it's actually less. I only paid half of it. And then the shit that he said, the life lesson shit that he said is what takes it from a great gift to public humiliation. And you are absolutely right to be pissed off, OP. The rest of the family, or the people who are saying that you weren't right for this, will be like, you should be thankful that somebody paid off so much of your student loan debt. Yeah, great. I am thankful. I can be thankful and pissed and offended at the same time. Emotions can coexist. They're not mutually exclusive. That's great. However, if somebody is using that to control and abuse me, especially in front of other people, it's not worth it. Sorry. Not worth it. And OP, you have a big red flag to think about here, and that is, is this the first sign is this the first sign of financial abuse? Is this now what he's going to use to control you? Or did he actually think he was doing the right thing? Did he actually think what he was saying was okay? He was totally ignorant and self-serving, as Plunda says. Yeah. Like he just did it to put on a show? This feels like a showman thing. Verbal or emotional abuse for sure, Ellie says. That's not love. You're right, Karen. This is not love. That is not at all love. Putting myself in your position, OP, I would create this boundary and say, you need to undo that. Undo what you did, if it's possible. If not, I need you to sign off on a document that says that you are not holding me responsible for anything, any stupid thing that you did. We are going to have a legal document notarized that says you are agreeing not to use this in any way, shape, or form, and that's if you can't undo it. I would prefer that you undo it, because it feels like this is a grab at control. And I will not live under someone's thumb like that. I won't. You did this without asking me first. You used it to publicly humiliate me while saying you were doing something good. This is some Cersei Lannister shit. Nope. I want out. Can't unring that bell, Granny D. Barry, I will praise myself for the gift I gave you while taking you down a peg to inflate my ego further. Wow. Okay. We're going to take him here. Have fun. You got some friends in there tonight. We're sending you another citizen of the black hole there, folks. There's 3 of you in there now. And that's just from tonight. Blech. Yeah, using her as an ego inflator. There you go. See you, Caden Thunder. Have a good night. Hey, Tracy. Good to see you. Hey, Desiree Bauer. Claire S. Ellie, the bestest with the chilies. Raina Daly. Talatiana Dracon. Fane. Anae. Ellie, the bestest. Mama says so. Charlie Diego. Books, Coffee Tea. Sarah Jane. AC. White Wave. Jenny Lee. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate it. It is 5:03. Oh. There we go. We got her done. All right. Hey, VIPs. We're ranked number 5 right now. We should just keep going. We just find more stories and we'll just keep going, man. How long can we go? I'm just kidding. We have a VIP live that we need to get to here shortly. Yeah. We're going to get ready for the VIP live. Give us about 10 to 15 minutes and then we'll get that launched up here. We are doing Wheel of Thunder tonight. Tony's going to be gone next week. So we will not have the Wheel of Thunder next week. I don't know if we'll have the VIP live or not. I know Tony won't be here. He'll be here with us in spirit, of course. But the Wheel Lord will be absent. I think he's gonna pack his Wheel of Thunder and take it with him to make sure we don't fuck with it. You should. You do the Wheel of Thunder live from the Washington Monument or something. That would be fantastic. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Greatly appreciate you being here. Ellie the bestest. First time reading the name. Loved having you here today. Thank you so much for showing up. Shenanigans. EO, Desiree, Claire, Reina Daly, Talatiana Fane, Ane. You guys are so great. Thank you so much. Katie, welcome to the Goshak and Thunder crew. You will be able to get into the VIP live here shortly when we just jump into there. Also, Anna Bracker, dropping the 20 bomb, said 100% the black sheep of the family here. Thank you so much for that. I assumed most of us were. But you never know. I had my crazier time. Crazier time in life. The crazier time. All right. Ellie the bestest is not your first time here? I'm so sorry. It's the first time I remember reading the name out loud. That probably has more to do with my brain than it does recency. All right, guys, we'll see you next time here. I did have a couple of outro notes here. Next live will be Monday, April 21st, not Sunday. We're not going to be on for Easter. We'll be on Monday, the day after. So we will be back on next Wednesday for the Wednesday Live at 3 p.m. Central Time. And that should be good. All right, VIPs, we'll see you here soon.